Good morning. Just as we suspected, we have an e-learning day today, and we're going to continue on with our science unit. Yesterday, we spent some time talking about different sources of energy, realizing that the sun produces all energy. We also talked about renewable and non-renewable resources. Today, we're going to be reading an article about electricity and focus on renewable resources a little bit more. So if you have your highlighter ready, and we're going to go through this article, I'll read it with you and I'll mark some things I'd like you to highlight that are important. Electricity is mostly the kind of energy we use in our homes. Where does our electricity come from? How much of our electricity comes from clean sources like wind and sunshine? Underline clean sources, wind, and sunshine. Also underline this first sentence of this next paragraph. Most of the electricity that powers our homes in the U.S. is produced in power plants that burn coal or oil. These fuels are burned to heat water and produce steam. The steam turns a wind-like machine called a turbine, underline that word. The turbine is part of a machine called a generator, underline that word, which converts energy from the rotating turbine into electricity. The trouble is, this is important to mark too, burning fuels like coal and oil produces carbon dioxide and other pollutants. Carbon dioxide is a powerful greenhouse gas that adds to global warming. Can we produce electricity without producing more carbon dioxide and making global warming worse? Yes, we can. The best things are clean, free, and renewable. Let's mark this first sentence here. Earth gets enough energy from the sun every hour to power every light, appliance, and TV on the planet for a whole year. If we could just capture a tiny part of that energy and convert it to electricity, we would never have to burn another lump of coal. Mark this sentence. Also, there's energy to be captured from the wind. We have the technology. We can make electricity from sunlight without creating any carbon dioxide. We can make clean energy. Underline this sentence. To make electricity from sunlight, we use solar panels covered with photovoltaic cells. These cells are small cookie-sized wafers made of materials like those used in computer chips. You may have seen the solar panels on the roofs of some houses helping to make electricity for a family. Underline this. To make electricity from the wind, we use wind turbines. They work similarly to the turbines used in fossil fuel burning power plants, except these turbines are used by the wind, not steam from water heated by burning stuff. How much electricity coming to your house was made from using clean energy sources like the wind and solar power? Next page says, Meet the Sun People. Let's take a look at this page together. Almost all the energy to power our plants comes from the sun, but instead of using the kind of solar energy stored up in coal and oil, why not grab it directly from the source? Eliminate the middleman. In the United States, most of the electricity we use is made by burning coal or oil. Unfortunately, burning coal and oil also produces a greenhouse gas. We're going to start underlining right here. A greenhouse gas that adds to global warming. Underline this. Some electricity, though, is made using clean sources of energy like wind and sunlight. We need to be making a lot more electricity this way. Many people are now putting solar electric systems on their houses. Solar panels covered with solar cells, sort of like little glass wafers, are installed on the roof. When sunlight strikes them, they turn some of it into electricity, which is fed through wires into the home's electrical outlets. Go ahead and underline that. Some panels covered with solar cells, sort of like glass wafers, are installed on the roof. And when sunlight strikes them, they turn some of it into electricity. Okay? Down here is an example of how this works. And we won't get into all the fine details, but there's a picture with a caption. And then moving on to the last page, you can see a building here where solar panels have been put on. And then this is in Oakland, California. There are houses out here, and the picture's not real clear, but they are putting solar panels on homes there. Let's find out more about it. Solar panels covering You may mark this with your highlighter. Solar panels covering even a small area on the roof can supply a good part of the electricity to run the refrigerator, lights, heating, TV, and other energy-related devices in the house. Keep marking. Making electricity from sunlight does not produce carbon dioxide and does not add to global warming. And finally, keep marking this. After the solar panels are produced, paid for, and installed, the electricity is free. In California, people are volunteering to help install solar panels on the homes of those who otherwise could not afford to buy them. The program is called the Single Family Affordable Solar Homes, or SASH. The organization that sponsors SASH programs is called Grid Alternatives. During special events called Solarathons, volunteers spend a day installing solar electric systems on homes. The group also works to raise money to expand Grid Alternatives, the work throughout California. So far, they've installed 540 solar electric systems, which are reducing each family's electrical bills by 75%. Over the next 30 years, these systems will prevent about 46,688 tons of greenhouse gases from being released into the atmosphere. We've completed the article. What you need to do next is get out your exit slip and be sure to answer all of the questions. I believe there are 3 in good, complete sentences, and then you may turn that exit slip into me when we resume to school. Have a good day.